Estoy hablando de Alexander Goncharenko, miembro del Parlamento ucraniano. Es además miembro del Parlamento Europeo y encargado de los refugiados. Sir, on behalf of the people who produce this show and all who are watching this program tonight, I really want to thank you and thank you for your strength and courage to defend the freedom and identity of Ukraine as a nation. I would like to make you some questions, and I would love that you can stop a little while. In the meanwhile, I translate to your answers. How are you right now? I know that you're spending difficult hours. I know that for security reasons, we have had to pre-record this interview, and we cannot indicate where you are, but how you experience these hours of the Russian invasion and the siege of Kiev and other large cities of the country.
Well, thank you very much. My name is Alexei Goncharenko, and I'm a member of the Parliament of Ukraine. And we can say where I am. I am in the capital of Ukraine, in Kiev, in the center of the city, just minutes from the parliament. Now there are fightings on the outside of the city because our army is not letting Russians to get to the city.
How did you experience what happened today? The sixth day of the Russian offensive, a day where the Russians increased the bombing and attacks in the main cities of the country. ¿Cómo está experimentando el día de hoy? Un día en el que, desgraciadamente, las bombas se han hecho eco en las principales ciudades del país. ¿Cómo se siente usted?
Certainly that's a huge challenge for all of us. Watching, like, for example, today there was an attack on Kiev with missiles which shot in the TV tower. Just the enemy wants us to cut the TV signal for people just to make panic. And during this attack, just 5 people, absolutely incidentally, walking near were killed. A number were injured. And the second biggest city of the country, Kharkiv, was also attacked by missiles, heavy artillery, and even vacuum bombs.
We hear also that many civilians who are trapped in shelters begin to have supply problems. Food, water, they can't go out to buy, they can leave the shelters. Does the government have ways to meet these needs until international aid arrives?
For the moment, there are no big problems with supply. We have electric energy, we have internet in Kiev, and water and food supply. Certainly there are some problems, but not catastrophe. But we have a much worse situation in some other cities, for example, Kharkiv, Mariupol, Sumy, which are attacked also by Russian forces, and the people there have much more problems, and there is a humanitarian catastrophe there. And that's, I can call, genocide in the 21st century in the middle of Europe.
The international community, Alexei, is bonded to the Ukrainian citizens. We are all watching with great concern this huge and extensive Russian military convoy of more than 60 kilometers heading to Kiev. Are you really prepared to confront this? Is there a way to stop it?
We don't have any other option because we are not going to surrender. We are going to fight for our city. So I think that our army will burn down this convoy like they already did with several that were before this near Kiev. We are keeping fingers crossed for them, and we are praying for them. But if Russians will succeed to enter the city, here civilian militia will start to act, guerrilla fighting on the streets, and Kiev will become a hell for occupants.
Alexei, a war in any scenario is terrible, especially when civilians became a target. This was unimaginable in the 21st century. However, it's even harsher when we watch innocent childs dying. It would seem that Putin is now focused on attacking civilian targets, supermarkets, residential areas. What we are seeing can be considered a genocide against the Ukrainian people. Your thoughts, sirs, about what Zelensky just said?
It's a real genocide against people. That's absolutely true. And Russians are using aircrafts and missiles for this. That's why we are asking from our allies, and first of all from the United States, to help us to provide a non-flight zone over Ukraine just stop this terror against people. So I address to those who are listening to us now, to address to the congressmen, senators, and ask them to support Ukraine in this and to stop this using of skies by Russian aviation and missiles just to kill innocent people.
Europe is facilitating the entry of refugees, but the long lines to leave and the snow are hindering the exodus. Do you think that these roads can also be a Russian objective when Russia launches its announced final offensive?
Nothing is impossible for Russia. The whole world sees it now, so I cannot predict what they will do, but I can tell you that we will fight till the end. We ask for support of those who understand that there are values of, for example, human life, which are the biggest value in the world. Just help us to stop this evil which is coming from Russia. So at the end of this interview, because I now need to finish it, I want to ask everybody who are listening to us just to pray for Ukraine and for Ukrainians. We will feel your support, and I'm sure that we will win.
Alexei, I really want to thank you for your time. I appreciate
Muchas
your time.
gracias.
Oh my God.
Muchas gracias. Yes, and thank you very much, and see you.
Okay, muchísimas gracias. Ustedes lo han escuchado y please keep safe.
Thank you.